if you are an amazing video editor, still that is a very high chance you will not get the amount of likes it deserves?
It's pure luck.
Oh, really?
Luck plays a more important role than hard work. I think hard work everybody is doing. Everybody is doing hard work.
Just because you understood on a certain level that the time is gone?
Yeah, you feel that probably I could have started this 5 years back or earlier. But again, you can't get lost time back.
When it comes to content creation, consistency or creativity?
Which eye is important for you, left or right?
Okay.
Corporate makes you tough.
I have no experience.
Yeah. 2 days of corporate experience. They should make a movie out of those 2 days. Also, one of the main criteria for somebody to become my friend is that they spell my name correctly.
So that's how we decide. He spelled it right, he's my friend. You didn't spell it. Let's get into rapid fire questions.
Let's do it. Perfect. I hope I am rapid and I have some fire.
Your most controversial opinion?
I hope I am rapid and I have some fire.
Hi everyone, welcome to another show of Let's Build, a show about people, journeys and ideas. Today we have a very exciting guest with us. We have Deenadayalan Sridhar, the founder of IMDY Pro. Didi is an amazing person, a great content creator and an amazing friend and a brother to me. He has a huge social media following of more than 300,000 followers on his Instagram and YouTube. He regularly creates content on tech, content creation with cameras, mics, stuffs like that. So we have a Didi with us. So Didi, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining in.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Definitely.
Oh, I thought it's somebody else. We're waiting for the guest. Thank you.
You are the guest for the day, man.
Thank you, Venki, for calling me. It's great to be here.
I'm super excited for this. Yeah. So, I know your journey, okay? But, I want the audiences to know how you started because you have a very long trail of corporate experience, right? Yeah. You used to work in a bank and then at one day or at one point you had this threshold, like, fuck it, let me just start my own thing. What was the transition? How was your journey from, the beginning of your job till leaving it? How was it?
Yeah, so everybody has a dark past. So this is mine. So I'll go a little further behind to actually set the context to how it kind of started. So, like if I speak about my childhood, so my childhood was a little different than most people. So I had a kidney disorder growing up. So my childhood was not normal as probably what, an average kid would have. So I couldn't go out and play. I couldn't do the normal stuff, so-called normal stuff that people can do. So my interest towards films, serials, entertainment became more than an average kid of that age at that point of time. So my entire day would go sitting in front of the television and watching any kind of movie, like be it South Indian movie or Hindi movie, Bachchan movies mainly. So I'm a great admirer of Amitabh Bachchan. So I've looked at it, I've developed some skills like mimicry and all, and I've always been on stage. So I usually say it whenever I meet people is that in my school, 364 days, nobody knew me who I was. But on the 365th day, during my annual day, people used to know me because I used to be on stage either performing some act or doing one-act plays or doing some kind of show, etc. So primarily that. So I would call myself as a stage person because I think I'm most comfortable there. Now, coming to your question, which is the corporate part. So we are all South Indians. We come from a middle-class family. So South Indians usually, they say you do your education, then you get a job probably in a bank or a financial services for that matter. So even I did that. So I did my BMS first and then I did my MBA. And then I got an opportunity to work in the financial sector where I did 15 years of work. So I've sold insurance, credit cards, current account, savings account, mutual funds, everything. And but obviously there was a bit of hollowness. I used to feel, trapped there when I was working there, and it was pretty evident to people who were close to me in the circle. I would say I was not bad at my job. I was pretty good because we are all sincere, so we want to do our job to the best of our ability. So I would say that I was not bad at my job, but I was not happy doing it, and it was pretty evident. So so that's when it was like hovering on my head, let's do something, we should do something for ourselves. And that's when I always tell this part with due credit to my wife, is that in 2017 is when she said that, you can start something simultaneously for yourself. The job is stable now, it's a steady income that's coming. Why don't you try content creation? You're good, relatively good at speaking, and you can speak in front of the camera also. You've got some tech knowledge, you like tech. Why don't you talk about that? So, and that's when it started in 2017, when I used to do this as a hobby. So when I say hobby, it was mainly weekend projects. I would record it probably on a Saturday or Sunday, or before going to office, say at around 5:30, 6 o'clock, or coming back from office and then editing or shooting, whichever was as per schedule. So that's how I did it for like good 5 years. And I think COVID changed a lot of things, because we got an opportunity to see that we can work from home efficiently. And that's when this thing started becoming more evident in my head, that this can be done full time. So 2020 is when I could make more content, because traveling time was zero. So I could make a lot of content that time. And 2022 is when we took the big step, that I think it's time to take that jump and do this full time. Yeah.
Interesting. Sorry. So quite a journey there,
Yeah.
right? So when you started in 2017 and you started as a hobby point of view, were you just doing like freelance projects, or let's say you did some projects for your friends, family members, or was it like a proper paid gig?
No, so 2017 to 2022, I haven't done any paid gig at that point of time, because of
For 5 years?
for 5 years, because
Nothing.
that nothing.
Okay.
Because the reason being that hey, nobody was ready to pay. I mean, honestly, because I had no experience doing this, and people were doing this for a very long time. Say 2015, I think the boom came in YouTube, especially in India. Uh, I did a lot of stuff where I bought those goods for myself, because I had a good stream of income. So I did invest in a lot of tech products, used to review them. And yeah, we did some barter projects that time, which, like, if I review a mouse, they would give me a mouse. If I reviewed say a webcam, they would give me the webcam. But from a corporate perspective, there was also a rule that I cannot do this commercially. So I didn't try that time also to pitch this as a commercial or a full-time paid job. But I'm sure at that point of time, nobody was willing to pay also, because this was again a hobby only. So they would ask me, do you have a production team? Do you have a support team that will help you? Do you have social media presence? Which I did not have. This was more of a hobby. So 5 years, I would say, was my training time, when I actually did this, learned this from the scratch. And yeah, so it was an unpaid gig that time.
So when you say from a no work point of view, from an office point of view, you can't charge. So how does that work? So when you work in a company like a very big MNC, is there certain specific clauses that you can't take a paid gig or
Correct.
something?
Correct. So when you're working with, say, so I was working with ICICI Prudential. I have good fond memories of that company as well. I've made some amazing friends there, and I'll come to that if we are going to talk about that, like what I've learned from there. But so in a corporate, when you're working, right? So the clause basically says that you can do something as a hobby, but you are not allowed to dedicate your time commercially to some other activity. So for example, and I had this specific discussion with my HR as well. So they said that if an employee is a Bharatnatyam dancer, so she can perform on stage, do her arangetram, or have a proper performance for public appreciation. But can she earn from that? Is a no-no.
Okay.
So commercially you can't do. So you can build a social presence and get appreciation from people, which is in comments or likes, etc., because it's not tangible for them. So that's how it is. So that's a clause that's there in most corporates.
Okay. Interesting, because I never came across something like that. Hence, I wanted to
Yeah.
get more ideas on that. Got it. Got it. So your childhood experience of, let's say, being or indulged into the TV or into the content, so that really helped you shape or get into that content business itself,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah. So normally, if you ask somebody who was born in the 1980s, they would want to probably become a cricketer or a movie star, or what would want to become in something which has a lot of activity to do. I did not get that opportunity to do because of my health issues. So I would give complete credit to my parents, my brother, who actually encouraged me to get into this mimicry part. So I used to do a lot of shows as a child. So fine arts in Chembur, it's a pretty well-known place where people come for cultural programs. So we did shows there. I also got offers from people who had orchestra that time. There were orchestra programs which were very famous at that point of time. This is pre-internet I'm talking about.
Yep.
Probably a better time also, but so that time they gave us this opportunity. Obviously, we didn't take it up that time, but that developed the cultural part of me, like the artistic part of me, I would say, in terms of speaking to people, in terms of conducting on stage, hosting a program. So that came naturally to me, and that's definitely helped me in my journey as a content creator.
When it comes to content creation, okay, what is more important, consistency or creativity? And you
With,
can only choose one.
so I would ask first a question to you: which eye is important for you, left or right?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, coming to your question, I think, and this can be a controversial answer also, I would definitely pick consistency more than creativity, because I think consistently, if you're doing something, you develop a method, and in that method, that creativity again comes to implement whatever you're doing. So to be consistent also, you need to be creative. So creativity does not just mean that you are going to shoot a particular thing or talk about a product in a different way. I would suggest that when I was working, say 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock in a corporate setup, I was still consistent enough to do my videos because I was creative. My creativity came in a different way. Like I made time during the mornings, made time during the night. It's a creative approach. It does not mean that you have to shoot in a particular way. So yes, to answer the question, long story short, I would definitely give consistency a more weightage towards creativity. Creativity, if you are not creative enough, then you cannot choose this path.
Okay.
Because the basic requirement is creativity in this particular job. But consistency is what will keep you here. Otherwise, you'll be stale news.
If it was a ratio, okay, is it 50-50, like you need to be like 50% consistency important, 50% creativity, or would you put consistency at 70% and creativity at 20%, something on that range?
So am I allowed to say 50%? Is because you said you have to choose one.
Okay, you can say that, of course.
Okay. So ideally it is 50%. One should be 50% creative and 50% consistent. That gives you a good balance. But I would dare to say that it's better to be consistent at around 60-40. 60% being consistent and 40% being creative. That works, still works.
Okay, so what is creativity according to you?
Oh, nice. So I had an answer for this when I was in college. I don't know if it makes any sense now, but I used to call creativity is creating something out of your wit.
Okay.
So that's how I used to define creativity. I don't know if it's a valid answer or not, but I truly believe that creativity can be doing different things, but what works for me is doing things differently.
Okay.
That completely is what I think, because everybody is reviewing a phone, everybody is reviewing a camera, everybody is reviewing a lens. I'm lucky enough that I have a team that understands this, and we try to implement stuff in a different way, which does not look like we've done before. So we try to do in each and every video of ours that we don't repeat ourselves. I don't know if we are successful in that or not, but that's a intent that we have. So for me, creativity is definitely doing things differently.
So in your, I would say, creativity process, every time do you have this thought process key? How can you show this thing in a different way? Or
Yeah.
let's say in a different model. Now that can be, let's say, the lighting, or that can be positioning.
Yeah.
But you try to keep on changing
Yeah.
something or the other. every time.
That's the intent always. That either we do it, it's shot a little differently, the lighting is a little different, or the product is shown in a different way. So for example, we did a review of a lens, and usually you would talk about the build quality of a lens, which is metal based, but we didn't speak about the build quality at all. We just started the video by having ASMR in the video. So nobody does an ASMR with a lens. By twisting the the hood of the lens and putting it on and having those click sounds, which literally shows that it's made of metal.
Okay.
So that's how it's. So for an example.
Interesting. It also, your answer also reminded me of Mr. Beast. I think someone asked him advice on growing on YouTube, right? So I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe he said, make 100 videos consistently, but improve one thing in each video, right?
Yes.
In one video, maybe let's say focus on the thumbnail, the second video, maybe the sound quality, third one, maybe the captions. But by the time you reach the 100th video, you will be world class.
I completely support that opinion of his. That's why consistency is important, because consistency will also give you a perspective about yourself to look at your content from a third person's view. Because you have to detach yourself whenever you're creating content, when you're probably at an edit stage or even at a viewing stage. So consistency will give you that perspective, which probably that one creative idea may take long time to implement. So if you do consistently, you can really analyze your self impartially.
Got it. In your journey, you went from almost like 12 to 14 years in corporate job, and then you switched to a creative job, like full-fledged. If someone is in a job right now, okay, and it is really good, okay, it's, even in your case, it was a very lucrative job, everything was going good, okay. From that point of view, someone still wants to go to this creative route, okay, what would you suggest to them?
Somebody who's right now in a corporate job?
Right now in a job, but they want to do something, either it can be video or it can be pursuing any kind of, let's say, I would say creative calling. Okay, what would you suggest to them?
I would say, just say what Nike says.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Okay.
That's the best advice I can give them, because if you don't do it, you will not know whether you are good enough to do it, A, whether you're good enough to continue doing it, because there is one saying, I don't know who said it, like somebody told me about swimming. So he said, जब तक मैं सीखूंगा नहीं तब तक तैरूंगा कैसे, लेकिन जब तक तैरेगा नहीं तब तक सीखेगा कैसे.
It's a catch-22
situation. So you have to do it. There is no other option. If you believe, thinking and believing is very, very important. That try it out. Don't leave your job. I would never encourage anybody to leave their job, because there are a lot of responsibilities that one has. There are a lot of dreams that parents have for you, and yes, let me be honest, there are expectations of people around you, be it your friends, family, from you. So I would not advise anybody to really quit their job and try this. But once you're sure that you are able to do this sustainably and make a business out of it, is when you have to go Dark Knight Rises mode.
Okay.
You know what Dark Knight Rises?
How do you define that?
So Dark Knight Rises, basically there is a scene where Bruce Wayne is in the pit by Bane.
Right.
And yeah, so everybody tries to move out of the pit, but they do it with the rope to be safe. But only Bruce Wayne is able to make it out of the pit, because he removes or unties the rope and jumps. So that's what it is. So once you're sure that you can do it, then you take that plunge. But build this thing. And I'll tell you another thing. So in the 5 years that I did these jobs or whatever, these
freelance gigs,
that I got, it was really free. The gigs that I got, I developed a lot of relationships. Okay, I met a lot of people from the industry. I met a lot of distributors at that point of time. Started discussing with them, like what do they expect? How does this industry work? Because my domain knowledge was in finance and in insurance. But in the 5 years that I spent, I really put time, effort, and real passion in understanding what people want. And I continue to do that even today, because it's going to evolve every day. So spend that time, understand what is required out of you.
When you said the Dark Knight Rises mode,
Yeah.
okay, is there a specific threshold? I would say, let's say in your side project or in your side business, the creative calling that you started, after a certain point, okay, this is the point where you take that plunge, where you can leave your job and you can full-fledged go into this. Is there a specific point someone should look into, or someone should consider? Okay, I'm at this point, I should take that plunge now.
So I'll give you a very scientific answer for this. So if you think that the projects that you're going to get are going to pay you, and they're going to pay you consistently for the next 6 months, or say 12 months also, on a monthly basis, which can at least cover 70% of your monthly salary, you can think about doing this.
Okay, okay.
It's a very, very scientific answer. I quit at a time where there was some issues at in the family also. I'm sure you know that. But I had some good people around me. I can mention the name, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, so Jimmy from Hey Jimmy. He has a camera store in Andheri, and he's been a great support all throughout from 2017 and till date, going strong. And he's taken a lot of keen interest in supporting me. So my whole criteria was that, because I was married at that point of time and I had a EMI going on from my home, is that my home EMI should go, come from whatever I do at least. So I went it completely from a scientific and a practical financial approach. That if it's able to sustain, I'm able to sustain this, then I can do it.
From that point of view, is there any specific, let's say, age range? Because let's say when let's say the more you get older, the number of responsibilities increases. Okay, so should anyone who's interested in these creative callings, should they start young while still in a job? Well, let's say they don't have much of a commitment or a responsibility, or in your case, even after having, or I would say at the peak of responsibilities, where you need to take care of your family, okay, your wife, and also all the finance setbacks, not setbacks, but let's say EMIs and everything. Even after having all those responsibilities, still you took that plunge, right? So do you suggest anyone at any age should go for it? Or let's say if you started earlier, you have a much better chance. How do you look at that thing?
Definitely. I mean, if you're able to start it early, if you're able to first of all discover that you have a passion for something, not just content creation, any passion that for that matter, if you're able to discover it early in you, because this is something that you will have to discover in yourself. Nobody from outside is going to come and tell you. Probably they may, but you have to believe that you're good at it. Because anybody can say anything to you, right? So you have to first discover internally that you're good at something other than your core job or your domain job. What is there? If you're able to discover that, you should start early. I will definitely recommend that. Do I regret starting it late? I would say a year back, I was regretting it, but I'm okay now.
Okay.
I have made a peace with it because there is nothing that I can do. I can't go back in time. Although I would love to, but I can't go in time. Go back in time. So, having said that, if you're able to start early, then you get so much more time to make mistakes. So much more time to experiment.
Okay.
Okay, I want to experiment in a lot of things, but do I have the flexibility or the bandwidth right now in my day-to-day activity? It is lesser than probably somebody who's at an age of say 25 or 30 today, because as I said, there are responsibilities towards the family. Now responsibilities are towards the brand. Now responsibilities are also there towards the people who are watching you. So there are these three angles which I have to take care of. So if you're lucky enough to find it, and if you have a good partner to support you, or family to support you, go for it.
Interesting. When you are talking about making all these mistakes and everything, okay, and you starting late, you said you regret a bit. How did you overcome that? Just because you understood on a certain level that the time is gone?
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, how much ever people will say that you're able to do this at whatever stage. Yeah, you feel that probably I could have started this 5 years back or earlier. But again, you can't get lost time back. So you have to feel yourself to be lucky that you're able to do this. Today work doesn't feel like work. It really feels like so there are pressure times are there, but we kind of enjoy it. We try to enjoy it, and we say let's do it. And yeah, I'm still overcoming this thing, but I think I'll get there.
If you were 30 again, okay, or let's say you got a time machine or a time portal,
Oh,
you
lovely.
went back to 30 or your 30-year-old self, what advice would you give to that 30-year-old Didi?
This is the scenario I imagine every day.
Okay.
I'm not kidding,
Hmm.
because I'm a big fan of time travel movies. I'm sure you know that.
Of
I
course.
love time travel movies. I've seen most of them. So I do this everyday exercise where I say, what would I go and say? Uh, I would say, don't start at 38. Start at 35.
3 years.
3 years.
That 3 years makes a huge difference.
Yes.
How?
Uh,
Now, you will go to your 30-year-old self and say that you should start at 35 and not at 38.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll say why. Because um, I think by 35, I was pretty convinced that I want to move.
Hmm.
I don't want to do this.
Hmm.
But and that those 3 years were like the very bad phase in mentally and emotionally for me, because I wanted to quit. Things were I found myself to be stuck in the corporate scenario. Work was going on, on autopilot. It was okay. It was going fine. I did not find anything more in my job after 35. Like what new I can do. So by the time I almost had made my mind at the age of 35 to move out and do this full time, but there were some situations at home financially which kind of stopped me from doing it. But I think if I would have taken a plunge that time, I would have got those 3 years would have been more critical, because those 3 years were during the uh, like you would have come in the COVID time.
Ah, okay.
So I could have doubled down on my
Efforts,
efforts.
and the
Yes.
output as
Yes.
well in terms of. Okay.
Because that time a lot of new content creators were coming.
Of course, yeah.
If I had the opportunity and the time to do more content that time, I could have propelled this thing more.
Interesting. What is the biggest factor, okay, let's say, that stopped you? Is this a family, or whether it's the financial condition, or whether it's the dilemma between giving up your job and going it full time? What was the biggest roadblock to even jump to that, the other part of the things?
I think it was a mix of all of them. Mostly, so my wife has always been encouraging me in this particular aspect to do whatever you want to do, you do, because she's seen me during college doing this
Okay.
and doing it well.
Okay.
So I used to handle my marketing. The event marketing is what I used to handle in my MBA.
College time.
So she's seen all of that, and she knows that I can do this well. But yes, there are multiple things like parents not being convinced about it, about financial responsibilities, about EMI, about stability at home, a plan in head, how to do. Yeah, a combination of all these things has, I think, restricted me, and also the fear of failure. I think I would give that more importance, the fear of failure, कि नहीं हुआ तो क्या करेंगे, अब तो पता है कुछ ना कुछ कर ही लेंगे.
Good. If you were in the same job at this point of life, let's say after like 20 years or something, you would have been in a very big position, right, in the same company, right? And of course, you'll make tons of money, way more than what you are making today. I'm pretty sure about that. But any time or any day, do you regret thinking that, अगर मैं job पे होता, I would have made way more money?
No, my thinking on this is a little different from what you said, the context that you said. If I were in my same job, what I was till 2022, the rate at which I grow in a corporate scenario is not more than 7 to 8% annually.
Okay.
Be it any position that you have. Probably you'll get more perks, you may get a car, or you may get a better house to stay. But I feel this particular time and then coming 25 to 30 years, content space is going to blow like anything. With all the new things that are coming, I'm sure you are going to cover that in your channel. But the potential for this to grow is in multifolds. than probably what it were to be if I were in my job even now. That is financially I'm talking. Okay. The mental peace that I'm getting has no limit to it.
Okay.
Because there it's something like, I know I've been told to do this, so let's do it. It's a task. Okay, I have no problems for people who are working in corporates. I respect them. I think they're doing great job, but it's not meant for me. I'm being very honest. It's not meant for me because I want to think differently. I want to do things differently. I want to try experiment, but an experiment failing in a corporate is basically you getting a bad rating at the end of the year.
So over there, an experiment failing is considered as a failure of the person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the times.
Most of the times.
Most of the times, because I would want to give encouragement to people who at least try something differently. But that's not the case in most corporates. So they say if X company is doing this, let's try doing that.
Okay, like copying the same thing because it worked for them, will it also work for us? Okay. So do you think the bigger the organization grows, the bigger this element grows of, taking safe bets, not risking too much?
Yes.
So when you're just alone or very small team, you have that flexibility of taking more risk.
Yes. And that's why Apple, until Steve Jobs was there, probably used to work like a startup. He's already mentioned in his interviews and etc. So that's the approach that one should have. But once your organization grows and you've got investors, you've got responsibilities, you've got have to answer to people, you by nature you will take less risk.
Okay. Even Jeff Bezos has this thing that he says all his teams inside Amazon should be small enough to make sure they can be, fed with like 2 pizzas or something.
Correct.
Because the smaller the team, I believe the better or the faster the decisions. And the more and more people are involved, the amount of decisions to take on a faster pace reduces. Because let's say if there are 10 people involved, you need to ask all the 10 people's opinion.
Correct.
Right? So that way it reduces.
Correct.
Right?
So I used to say this in my corporate also, like if you have a group of 10 people and there is a project that's going to come up, there will be multiple approaches to it. The most risky one will be only one guy who may probably suggest it.
Yeah. Okay.
There will be 9 people who will say don't do it. But you need that one guy who can say let's try this. And your team, and you should back your team.
Yeah.
That's most important. Otherwise, then it will again become like a task only, like a task sheet. Okay, tick mark activity.
Just like a check mark. To do. ये करना था
कर दिया.
That's it. Interesting. Is there any project that you thought, ये काम ही नहीं करेगा, but it worked out really well, and vice versa? You put a lot of efforts in one project and it fucked up big time.
Lot of projects that I've put up efforts has not worked up. Yeah, that is all that I can name. Many.
Okay.
Especially during my corporate time. So we'll not talk about that. Okay.
Okay.
So
what about projects that you thought, अरे यार देख लेंगे, and it turned out really well? Now that can be projects or that can be even decisions.
I think I have to give credit to myself. I mean, I'm not blowing my own trumpet here. I'm being very, very practical, objective of that the decisions that I'm currently taking are weighed. I'm weighing the pros and cons. I don't just take it blindly. I discuss internally. I discuss it with people that matter to me. Whether what they think about it, and then I take the decision. So all the projects that I'm currently working on or I have taken up work with them have been taken very sensibly is what I feel. So there is no surprise element as such because I've taken it very, very what do you say? फूक के कदम रखा है.
Methodically,
right?
Yes. This is let's say kind of having criteria. Okay, in this particular project or in this particular brand, we have these things. So yes, this is good to go, right? That
Correct.
way.
So I do take inputs from my wife. She's not from the industry at all. She doesn't. Yeah. So she doesn't know anything how the content business works. She's a consumer. From a consumer perspective, I do take inputs from my team. They give me a different perspective. They are much younger to me, right? They have a different perspective about stuff. Probably from there, the risk-taking ability also comes to me. If I say यार नहीं करना है क्या ये, करते हैं क्या होगा देखते हैं. So that gives me a lot of confidence, and it's been okay till now.
Interesting. When you're creating content, okay, of course you're focused on tech and content creation and everything, but do you create content keeping a specific kind of audience in your mind? For example, let's say the kind of content that works for a Gen Z may not be the same that works for a boomer or
Correct.
a millennial
Correct.
person, right? So do you keep a specific target audience in your mind while creating content?
I just keep myself in the picture. Okay, and it's not that I'm narcissistic. I keep myself in as an audience because do I understand what I'm talking? Will I understand? Is it simple enough that I will understand? Because if I understand, I think 80% of the audience who's watching the video will understand.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't cater. So once you try to cater to a particular section of the audience, uh, I feel that you will falter in your communication. It's better to focus on what you understand uh, and simplify that, so that in minimum words, what will make you understand whatever you're talking about. So for example, this is a current, okay, I'll divert a little bit. So this is the current problem that we're facing with the Hindi film industry also.
Okay.
They are trying to make films for a particular genre of people rather than making films for them.
How do you make films for yourself? When you say from a content point of view, I understand.
Yeah.
I even agree with that. For example, let's say you kind of attract audiences who are similar to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because let's say if you talk about me, I'm not more of a party going person. So I may not attract that kind of people.
Correct.
Right. So that way, let's say you create content for yourself, you will attract kind of people who are interested in tech and everything, and they easily understand language. Works well, perfect. But how does you correlate that with movies?
Okay. So first I'll finish the movie wala part, then I
Sure.
will come
Yeah.
to this. So movie basically, so if you see the good directors who have given good films in the last 10 years, somebody like an Anurag Kashyap, or somebody like Rajkumar Hirani, or somebody like who has given good movies? Imtiaz Ali used to give, wouldn't say now. These are films that were not during the trend. These were films that they wanted to make. Like when Rockstar came, these kind of movies were not getting made. I would say, even for that matter, even Amir Khan pre Lal Singh Chadda, he was doing films that he believed in. Like he made a film about Bhagat Singh when there were 4 other Bhagat Singh movies in the same year. But he still went ahead with it. So that's a dichotomy. Like what do you want to do at that point of time? Are you saying that same story differently? Because Rang De Basanti was the same story said differently. That year 4 Bhagat Singh movies came, by the way.
Okay.
Right?
I don't
You
know.
can check it up. Yeah.
Okay.
So that he believed
So
in.
Rang De Basanti was the 5th movie that came that year.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
It came and it spoke about the entire Bhagat Singh and the freedom struggle very differently and related to today's scenario or that time scenario. So that was different in that point. So my simple point here is that you would want to make content that you would watch as an audience. Probably you would not get bored watching it, rather than second guessing and saying शायद Malad West में Ram Society में this guy will like it. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So when it comes to the movie aspect, okay, is it the director who is presenting or who is projecting himself to the outer world, or is it the main hero or heroine, the protagonist?
It's the writer.
It's the writer. Okay.
It's the writer who makes the most difference. They have to come with the story first. Then they have to jointly work with the director on that, is what I feel. That would give shape to the story and present it in a way which their audience will understand and also entertain them. So for example, if I come back to my content philosophy, so my content will always have information and a bit of entertainment also. Okay, some kind of entertainment, either in something that I talk, in something that I do. So we've done some really interesting stuff in the last few weeks, where we reviewed some lights, we reviewed a phone, and we've tried to do things a little differently, right? So and will I like it?
Okay.
So when we shoot also, if does it excite me?
Got
Then
it.
I go with the gut. Let's do it. Probably people who are like-minded like me, who are very serious about their gears, who want to use these gears to make a better life for themselves, will watch it. So I feel that you have to create an audience persona based on what you are.
Okay. From the movie context,
Ah,
okay,
nice,
just like you said,
nice.
the writer starts the this time, the story, everything, right? So the beginning point of that movie is the writer.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they decide, right, कौन से director से करना है, who should be the hero, the heroine, everything. Do you have such a creative process when it comes to making your videos? Do you first write the script? Like, how does that work?
So, so, so Varun and I, we work together. Varun is my DOP and he's my friend, and we have a very simple way that we look at the product, we read about the specifications, we bounce some ideas like what may look good, what may not look good. He pushes me a lot to do things which is out of my comfort zone. For example, I don't like going out much. I'm not a very external person. So,
Okay.
so his endeavor is basically that we should present this product in a most unique way. Let's do that, and present you also in a very unique way, because people are used to seeing you in a way. Uh, so we try to mix and match whatever works in that space, and yeah, that's how it is.
In this 30-minute conversation, I think you mentioned about Jimmy, you mentioned about Varun. So I believe you are more of a people's person, right? You are connecting your life and let's say the way you work with some or the other person. So
Yeah.
right. So you are a people's person.
I mean, if I term myself as a people's person, then I don't know how will it come across. But I feel I value people. It is very important to value people who are ready to pick your call in, say, the first ring,
Okay.
are able to give you that 15-20 minutes where we are talking some random talk without agenda, right? You are one of them, and
I was about to ask you, I missed your call sometimes.
no, that's okay, that's okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's the 5:30 call you must have missed. I understand that. So I value people, and these people are ready to. So see, money is again a part of the process. I don't want to get into that, but to be able to spend time with you without actually just thinking, like going ahead with it, going with the flow, you have to value these people, right? And to believe in you. Jimmy is somebody who I'll always be indebted to at an emotional level, not at a money level. Okay, Varun is very, very special, right? Because if you see my content in the last 1 year, the quality of the execution has gone like multifolds. Looking at you, I understand how you're running such a successful business at such a young age. I am learning so much from you.
Okay.
So we should value people.
Interesting. A shout out to Hey Jimmy and Varun. Okay, we will put the links in the description. And a special thanks to Varun because out of the setup over here, he's sitting right here and recording this shoot. So thank you so much for that as well. Interesting. So when you say you value people, sorry, when you say value people, there are people that don't value the people, or like, or they are like they maybe take people for granted, something like that.
See, everybody is different, so I don't know if how everybody looks at it, but I come from a space where, so there is this debate which always goes in the corporate world, which is people or process.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so my older brother, he is a process guy.
Hmm.
He always will follow process,
Hmm.
and I always have this like difference of opinion on this, that because I respect him a lot. Okay, that processes only work when people work.
Hmm.
People can get things done without the process also,
Agree.
and
Agree.
process can sometimes be a hindrance. Process is good to have, but sometimes you need to believe in people and get things done a little faster or more efficient than the process itself.
Yep.
So I'm more on the people side.
Okay, so talking about people and processes, I have similar, aspect just like you. Always people come first. There is a very high importance when it comes to processes because it gives the right guidance to people. But at the end of the day, it's always people
Yeah,
because the processes, it doesn't fail. The processes work, but not 100% of the time. But the people will adapt to make sure the work gets done.
I
So
agree.
yeah, I genuinely go with that.
Correct.
Just like you said, so true. Yeah.
Correct.
When you're creating content, okay, is there something you are scared of, like, I don't want to make this kind of content, or I don't want to make my audiences feel something because I said something? Do you have any such, let's say, criteria or something like that?
Yeah, so I don't abuse,
Hmm.
I don't talk obscenity on my channel. I don't talk political on my channel. Um, and I don't demean other brands. That's a strict no-no.
Even when you compare two
No,
brands?
I never compare to brands
Okay.
because I strictly believe, and this is not a diplomatic answer. This is truly what I believe is that every product that comes in the market has a customer. That product may not be for you, but it may be for somebody else. Like for example, we've got lights here, right? And maybe these lights um, cost say 10,000 rupees. Okay, so this may not be for everybody, probably who's just starting off. But there are lights that come for 2,000 rupees also, or say 1,000 rupees also. It's a good starting point for them. So comparing them, this light with a 1,000 or a 2,000 rupees light may not be correct, may not be relevant also because. But you can say that why don't you compare two 10,000 rupee lights? You may ask that question to me. Again, I don't want to do that, and that's a very conscious call. Is because I don't want to really associate myself with a particular brand. I want to work with all the brands. That's a very, very practical answer I'm giving you. I can have told that no, aisa nahi hai. But uh, because this is my livelihood, right?
Hmm.
So if I tie up myself with a particular brand and then I stop the opportunity to work with some other brand, and it also gives me an opportunity to explore other brands also, right? So that's a strict no-no. So if sorry, I digress. But so comparing brands, definitely we don't do. We don't abuse. We don't talk obscene. We don't talk political. Scared. So so when I'm on the camera, I think I'm a more polished version of myself because all my friends, you, Varun, etc., and my childhood friends also, they know me in a very different way, and that's probably more entertaining than probably what I'm on camera is what I feel. So there are situations where probably when we are shooting, suggestions may come that you could free yourself a little bit. You could try some mimicry, try some enactment. That is something that I want to explore, but I haven't really tried that as of now.
Okay. You said you want to, project yourself, okay, because that is the kind of audience you attract. Okay, but at the same time, you just said that you also don't, you not a completely like a different character, but you have like a polished character of yourself in front of the camera. How do you balance out both? I'm sure it is not like two different personalities
No,
altogether.
no, it's not. So the character which is on camera is more focused on the utility of the product, how one can use it for their business or their work. The real self or probably off camera version of me is a more relaxed person. Okay, I think there is a side to me which has a good sense of humor, cracking jokes, sarcastic sometimes. So that's something that I have not explored on my channel, in my videos per se, which I want to, but I'll wait for the right opportunity for it.
Is this the right opportunity where, you're
Yeah,
front of a camera plus you're also chilling with
I
me, Adam?
can, I can.
Right?
It's your podcast, man. It will be risky.
Maybe we should have some mimicry at the end of the show.
We can. But again, I'm saying it's your podcast. The
So
risk
what?
is on you.
Oh, it's completely fine because just like you said, you're projecting yourself. So
Yeah.
even if it is our podcast where you're trying to get people to build something out of that, but it is who you are,
Correct. So
right?
and adding to the point is that I chose it very consciously because when you're starting something new from scratch, this business in 2022, uh, again, I don't want to take any wrong step because it is a business that I'm building and there is no other income source other than this. So I want to take it the right way. So I think I'm easing out a little bit in the videos that I do. I was pretty serious earlier. Now I think I'm relaxing a little bit, but it's still a long way to go to be myself.
Okay. Do you see there are people, okay, let's say content creators and influencers who have been themselves since the beginning of the channel, beginning of the show, and they have helped get more followers, or they does it work like that? Have you seen more people, or have you seen more people where they started something, or they were someone, and in the process they evolved into someone else, or they evolved in front of the camera the right way on who they are?
I think I've seen all three categories.
Okay.
Okay, so in the tech space, if I say, I haven't seen many people who are the real self in front of the camera because it's a responsible job. You may feel something about a particular brand, about a certain product. You do not want to mention that, although they say it's their honest opinion. But I do have an act to understand, like, it's a branded content and one wants to talk like that. So definitely that, but definitely there are content spaces like, say, um,
Like streamers, people
like
who are
streamers are
streaming, right?
themselves, but again, that's also borderline abusive.
Yeah,
So being yourself doesn't mean to be that you have to be abusive.
of course. Yeah,
Okay,
I agree. Yeah.
that's not the only thing that defines your character. Okay, so we do watch a YouTube channel called as Only Desi. So that content I really like. So the guy is talking about the mistakes done in the movie, continuity issues, errors,
Like spelling mistakes.
spelling mistakes, continuity issues. Like some in one scene, the hero's hair is like small. In the next scene, it is long.
Okay.
So these things, minute details, they catch. He catches and he tells about them, and so that kind of is borderline being yourself. Probably, if I meet that guy and I'm friends with him, he'll be like this only.
Okay.
Is what I
Okay.
feel. I may
Okay.
be wrong, but I have a feeling that probably he's mota like that. He may be like that.
Got it.
It's a good channel. You should see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked a lot about your partner, your wife, okay, and the way she helped you in your journey of becoming a content creator or supporting you since the beginning when you were freelancing. But I believe the story goes even
Yeah.
even before, like since your MBA college, I believe.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Okay. How much time you have?
Oh, we have a lot of time.
Okay. So my wife and I, we were actually in the same college during 11th and 12th also.
Oh,
We are from
damn.
RA Podar in Matunga, but we never met that time. And because my group was different, her group was different, and frankly speaking, I never attended lectures in Podar. So, in fact, she was in the same French class as I was. So, but we never met. Although she had noticed, is what she's saying, that noticed me, because I used to take part in this Rapo. Rapo is their cultural fest. Then she came as a junior to me in my MBA because she did one year of work experience, and then she came as junior. So she was in the 2006-2008 batch. I was in 2005-2007 batch MBA, and there is when we met during a cultural fest, and I was the marketing head for the finance event.
Okay.
Okay, that's another story. Is because of the politics in our college, there was some people who were already dedicated as a marketing head or a creative head. That's the right word, creative head for the event. So you have a creative head for a finance stream, you have a creative head for the marketing stream, you have a creative head for the say ops, whatever other streams, etc. So I wanted to be the creative head for the marketing stream,
Okay.
which because I was from marketing stream. I did not get that opportunity. I said, you know what I said. So I went to the finance stream and they said, we'll make you creative head. I said, okay, it's okay, I'll do that. And that's when I met, because she was from the finance stream.
Oh,
And I met her there and she saw the way I worked. We did some good videos also there. Content was always, video content was always a game, like a known game for me. So I did that. And during the fest, we got to know each other, and we discussed life. We discussed about other things. We discussed about my past. And she also, one of the main criteria for somebody to become my friend is that they spell my name correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, so she spelled it correctly. So that was definitely like, this is what this one stays. And stays
That's
for.
how you decide on a life
Yeah,
partner.
that's one of the biggest criteria for
Okay.
becoming friends with me.
Okay.
Do you know why I'm saying it?
I know.
Yes, yes.
I was the first. I was also a person who
Yes,
scored it in the
yes.
first time.
You spelled it right and pronounced it correctly.
So that's how we decide.
And
He
so
spelled
that's-
it right. He's my friend.
Yeah.
You didn't spell it. Fuck off.
No, so yeah, that's how it is. So that happened, and obviously we got to know each other. We really spent good time with each other for like 6 years.
Oh.
So we dated for good 6 years. So 2006 is when I met her, and we got married in 2012. And this 6 years where obviously we had ups and downs. I'm a very difficult person to live with, by the way.
Okay.
Personally. So that's what I told her, that if you can jhelo me, you can live with me, no problem. So that's what I told her. And then 2012, obviously parents did not agree. Her parents did not agree. She's a Maharashtrian, I'm a South Indian.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so she had to leave her house respectfully, and her dad told that we are not for this marriage. You kindly move out of the house, and here is your stuff. You can go. So so I went with my best friend Dhruv that day. It was 1st of September 2012. We went there, below her house. We had a car. We got her. We had already prepared for a rented house. We made her stay there for some time, and then we convinced our parents.
Damn. Okay.
And then 21st October 2012 is when we got married. Her parents obviously did not join the wedding, but now things are better. Like they are in talking terms. I'm also in talking terms. Limited though, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because my fundas are a little different.
So that was the amount of trust she had, like
Yeah.
leaving the home and everything.
Yeah.
So that also
So
gave.
my pitch to her, pitch means it's a pitching, right? You have to sell yourself. So my pitch to her was that this particular investment does not have an exit plan. Like how mutual funds have an exit plan, this does not have an exit plan.
And since she was in finance.
So she understood that. So that's my pitch to most of the people that I want them in my life.
Okay.
There is no exit plan.
Done and dusted.
Anything happens, this stays.
Got it. Yeah. Interesting. So that trust that she had on you, okay, helped a lot in your business as well. Right?
Absolutely.
Or starting your business, or giving that push, okay, Didi, now is the time.
See, I also have to give credit to her, because when she came as a wife, being a girlfriend and being a wife is completely two different things. Because once you're a wife, you are expected to behave in such a way in the Indian society. Although my parents are extremely cool with her now, in the first 2 years was a little difficult. I mean, I would say not difficult. It was new for them, for my parents, to understand what kind of a person she is. And she also felt, probably inside her, it was like, I should start doing something for myself, because where I'm working, I'm not happy emotionally. But she also needs to have that presence and convincing ability to tell my parents no, let him do what he wants. So she cannot take the front seat there. It takes time.
Right.
So I think it took her 10 years to finally tell my parents that, let him do what he wants to do. He'll be happy. I will be happy.
So that journey is quite tough.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, 2017, when she said you start as a side hobby, and when she saw that I'm able to, in fact, I'll tell you something, Venki. I've been able to churn out more videos from 2017 to 2022 than what I'm doing today.
Really?
Yeah.
Even while having a full-time job?
Yes.
Okay.
So I used to do 2 videos in a week. This is YouTube videos in a week. So I had something called as Tech Mangalwar and 2-minute Thursdays. And I used to do a live session on Saturdays also. This was on YouTube. And the live sessions were like for good 2 hours.
Okay.
So it was basically asking questions, taking questions from people and answering them on tech. So now today when I look back and I say I am churning out much less content than what I was doing then. Obviously, quality is, there's no, like, we're not comparing quality here, but again, content is a content.
What made the number reduce? Is it because you've increased the quality, or is it because, let's say, the amount of brand collaborations you have? What was the factor that made you make lesser videos? But of course, the quality is completely, next level. But made you make lesser videos?
So I take a point from the previous guest who were previous
Yeah.
podcast,
Rajesh Rajani.
Rajesh ji,
Yeah.
is that delegation.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't reached that point in my business career as of now where I can afford to delegate from a responsibility perspective also and from a financial responsibility also.
Okay.
Because if you're delegating a job to somebody, they will expect some financial remuneration also from them. Today I am wearing multiple hats. Today I am the person who talks to the brand. I am the person who talks with the logistics person to get the product. I am the person talking to the accounts team for processing the invoice. I am the person who, uh, sitting in like basic scripting I do. Then obviously Varun comes and takes it over, etc., and executes the video part of it. Right? I am the one who's editing it because I enjoy editing. That is something that I enjoy doing. That is why I'm doing it. Other responsibilities like food, etc.,
family,
all those things are also there.
Course,
all those things are also there. So I think he mentioned that आप मालिक भी हो, आप प्यून भी हो अपने.
Yeah, you are the clerk, you are the
yeah.
peon.
So that's the stage I'm currently in. I want to move forward, delegate stuff, which is where I really appreciate your ability to manage such a big team, bunch of talented people that you have, that you're able to delegate stuff to them, that right now you're able to take out time and do this podcast at leisure with me when your team is actually taking care of a very important work that probably would require your attention.
I am lucky to have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I agree.
But of course, it also took a lot of time to build it, right? At this stage where we are at, being social, it took us 7.5 years, right, to be at this point. And for good 5 years, we didn't had more than 3 people. So it's like an exponential element that happened over there. Now that can be because of the compounding effect of time, since we are in this business for a longer period of time. So kind of that also helps. Plus you get some good amount of clients because they see you're doing it for more than 5 years. So that also helps.
And sorry, I'm not being the host here, but I'll just say one more thing is that another thing which I always appreciate in your, you asked me about what I'm scared of, right? So to be able to work with friends.
Okay.
Okay. So hear me out. It's an important aspect. So today, a Jimmy is my friend, a Varun is my friend, you are my friend. These friendships have happened through work. That's a different equation altogether. But somebody whom you know when you were not earning, okay, and working with them is a different dynamic altogether, which I have not been able to crack. I mean, I worry about it. Right? It scares me a lot. Like my best friend Dhruv, he's spoken to me multiple times that we should work together. But I've always told him that we cannot jeopardize our friendship over work. That doesn't work like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. For me, I'm still working on that element. Working with friends. Yeah.
It's a talent because everybody has their temperament. Everybody has their likes, dislikes. Everybody knows you. You know them beyond work.
Yeah.
And before they were co-workers.
That came first, yeah.
So
when the equation comes in, whether you take as a friend or whether you take as a team member, that's a very tough call to make.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's not just you and the other person involved. Both the families know each other.
Yeah.
And you know them. In my case, okay, the friends with whom we are working, I know them for more than a decade now.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy combination of working.
I know.
Yeah. Taking the host session back.
Yeah.
Okay. When you say about a delegation as well, no matter how much you delegate, still you personally take care of the video editing part, or will you delegate that as well, because that is something like your creative calling?
So there are two answers to this in my mind, because a part of me wants to outsource this editing part because I feel there are much more talented editors than me when it comes to executing what my vision is.
Okay.
I haven't found them yet. I have tried it. uh, my experience hasn't been great. Not from a money perspective, from a basic angles, basic
Output point
output
of view.
perspective. Yeah. So I haven't, but we are trying people. We want to do that, because then that part of my workflow gets freed up. Unless I have to micromanage.
Yeah, but then it's the same loop, right? If you want to
Yeah,
micromanage.
that I don't want to do.
Exactly.
I don't want to do.
True.
Like for example, yesterday we got a product from a brand. It's a phone brand. We got it at 4 p.m. at on Tuesday. Okay, and we finished the creative shoot, and edited it, YouTube and Reel, and submitted to the brand by 1:30. So I don't know if I would have outsourced this to somebody. I did consider it to outsource. I'll not lie. I did check with Varun that should we outsource this? Sir, ये मत करो. ये अपन नहीं करते.
Is it because, let's say, even if you outsource, the kind of quality that you can get at the limited time is questionable? Because let's say if you're trying to outsource and there is a person who's really good at what he does and you know that person and you trust them, will you still outsource or will you still think, "Nahi, time come hai, I should take this"? What's your take on that?
Time come hai to I'll have it with me.
Okay.
Today, that's the answer.
Okay. This is an interesting question. So when you say you're a content creator or you make YouTube videos and everything, how does people react to that, or what is some misconception people have? कि आप YouTube पे videos बनाते हैं and everything. How does your relative, feel to that? Like, what's people perception when you say that?
I think externally people have understood. They are more receptive now. When I say I create content for YouTube, or plus I have a way of presenting my business also. We talk. So the way I tell people that we are a video production company.
Okay.
That sounds a bit more professional, and I wouldn't say socially accepted or socially acceptable word, but it's something that people understand. So they understand, अच्छा video के साथ कुछ करता है types. They may not know what production includes, or what one does, or what one has to do in a production job, but they understand कि video के साथ कुछ करता है करके. Then I say that we have got two lines of businesses, where where I review products and I am a part of those videos, and secondly we do videos for brands. So externally this works. Internally, when I say with my family, it does not work.
Okay.
They don't understand anything. So probably in my family who understands it is only my brother, because I discuss mostly everything with him, and he's pretty positive with the way I'm doing things. So but when I talk to, say, my uncles, they don't get it.
Okay.
तो कैसे चलता है? So what do you do? इसमें क्या होता है? And I don't blame them, because they're not exposed to it. They are CAs and they've been CFOs of companies, etc. And it's a very unconventional job profile for them.
Unconventional career.
Yeah.
Like you're making money and you're making livelihood out of YouTube. Like, does that even work?
So they ask me, so is it sustainable? How much do you pay people? How much does it work for? So they don't know the mathematics of it. And we can't blame them also, because their units of their measurement units are different.
Okay. For example, how much time you work, at what office you work, equal to this much money you make. So they are used to that.
That's the like
the metric that they are, let's say, looking into it.
Correct.
Okay. So this is very unconventional for them.
Yeah, but they are getting it. But again, I have to. It's so if I need help from them in terms of connecting with the new brands or new corporates, I should make them understand what I do. So I do keep showing them some work, what I do. If it's a corporate work, so this is what we shot. So then they will ask, what did you do in this? So I said, so if I say Varun has shot this, so what have you done in this? I said, I've edited it, we've conceptualized, we speak with the brand, we discuss the entire flow of the video. So there are multiple layers. For them, it's like shoot ho gaya and it's done.
That's it.
There is
you
no
put it on YouTube.
There is no concept of pre-production, production, and post-production for them. So I have to make them understand.
Got it.
Families are difficult, na?
Well, that should be on another episode.
Yeah.
You spent 14 to 15 years in your corporate job. Okay, let's say, what is the one lesson that still sticks with you that really helped in the content creation business?
And I'll tell you, I'll take the name and I'll tell you. So ICICI Prudential has this concept of whenever there's a product launch that happens, okay, their strategy is always go to market first.
Okay.
When I say go to market first, is that if you have a product today that like a life insurance product, if you want to sell to somebody, don't really spend so much time in the back end initially to be able to manage the operations. The operations part comes later. I'm not saying it's a right approach or a wrong approach, but it's an approach that has worked for them. You keep moving ahead. If you have a product that you have to launch, you just go with it and then understand what all challenges can come. You can do a preliminary round of challenges, mistakes, errors that, or foresee them also and rectify them. But you will never be able to get it 100% in the first go. And you will never be able to, correct them before you go to market also. I hope I'm making sense.
So is it more like sell first, build later?
Yes. Sell first bhi nahi hai, because you build it and then you go ahead with it.
You simultaneously sell
You
it.
sell and build it to, like build and sell it together.
Okay. So it's like making an MVP, go to the market,
Go
sell
for
it
it.
out, get
Yes.
feedback, make it better.
Absolutely.
That process.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Because if you have an MVP which is internally satisfying your criterias, and in case of ICICI Prudential, which is the regulator also, which is IRDAI, if that MVP is getting satisfied, then they can go ahead and they can fix the process aspect of it later.
Okay.
For example, if a policy needs to get issued, there is a process to it, which is underwriting, which you do a due diligence with the health and the income of the person, and then the policy gets sourced and then it's set up in the system. There may be a scenario when the systems are not ready, but would you wait and not sell? Because there is other insurance companies who
Got it.
who are also in the same league, right?
So
yeah,
it's more like speed.
Speed is more important.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So how did that help in your business? So how does that principle you implemented in your way of working?
So I went up to people. So I did not have a team from the day one. I said, I'm going to give you this video tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Is it more like unrealistic deadlines?
It's okay. And I did it.
Okay.
Because I did not have much, I had only few clients that time, right? So I said, we'll do this, this, and we'll give it to you fast. And I've done it.
Okay.
And quality is also MVP, minimum value.
Okay. Understood.
Minimum value proposition.
Minimum viable product.
Viable
MVP,
product, yeah.
Okay.
So it's there. So, and it has worked. And they said, okay, this is good. So for my corporate work also, these are all corporate work I'm talking about, not with brands I'm talking about. So corporate work, if I have to deliver a video to them, be it say a testimonial video or be it some kind of videos that I do, if somebody is taking say T+2 days or T+1 day, I give it on the if it's given to me in the morning, I give it by EOD with good quality.
Okay.
That's what.
So that speed element helps
Absolutely, yes. So this is not the content creation aspect I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole business, which is the corporate business part. What I'm doing. So we do a lot of videos for test. It's my wife.
You should take it. And we are recording this. We are not cutting it out.
हाँ मैं ना podcast के अंदर है अभी interview चल रहा है. No, I forgot. Sorry. कल लेने बोल उसको, मैं है नहीं, मैं पॉडकास्ट के बीच में बात कर रहा, कैमरा रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है मेरे को. बाय. So another thing, so whenever so in DND also this is the only number that goes through.
I know. So for the audiences, when I connected with DD, when we started having conversations, when we started meeting, so there was this time when he said, no matter where, in which shoot I am, whatever I am doing, either the phone is in DND mode, whatever it is, the wife call always comes in, and right in the shoot right now, she called in and he picked up. Right?
Yeah.
And even on the watch that he is wearing, that's a photo of his wife. I'm pretty sure we have got that in the camera as well.
Yeah.
So we should have another episode on, how to love your wife from DD.
Yeah, if you want to survive,
But with both of them.
if you want to survive, it's important.
Okay. We should have that podcast.
We
with,
should, we
you
should,
know,
we should, we should, we should.
Definitely.
So we were discussing about minimum
Yeah,
value
MVP.
MVP,
The
right?
thing that you learned from the corporate.
Yeah. So this is what I feel has helped me in the corporate business, because they need speed, right?
Yeah.
And they were not used to it.
Interesting. So let's say from the media business point of view, let's say from being social point of view, you would give us the same advice, we should increase our speed and that will help us.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. If you know the way of working we do and everything, what
Yes.
we do and everything. If you were in my position, okay, and if let's say you're 30 years old, okay, what would you do? You said if you were given a chance, you will go back to 30. I'm 30 right now. What would you
I
do?
can't tell you that you start at 35 because you've already started.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm already in the game.
Already in the game.
Yeah.
So what I would see, just a friendly advice is what I will give is speed is essence. Today's day and age is such that I'm talking from the client side perspective now, and I think I do understand that. I may be wrong sometimes here and there, like once in 1 out of 10 I may be wrong. Okay. They are okay with X quality of product, okay, and we are trying to build 3x 4x. Okay. If they are happy with this, I mean, that again depends on your discussion that you have with the client. You have to gauge the client also. Will this work for them? Try and see what other work they have, and then take this call. If you feel that their existing work is at, say, on a scale of 1 to 10 at 5, a 7 will also work for them.
Yeah.
If you give them 7, they are happy with the work, with the speed. You have the capability to go to 10.
Got it.
You already have the capability. What you have to do is that how do you go from 7 to 10 in a shorter period of time?
Understood. So let's say from a client's point of view, we were able to achieve, I would term it MAQ, which is minimum acceptable quality.
Yeah.
You hit that in the shortest time period possible. Then you also tell the client that we were able to do this MAQ, minimal acceptable quality, in X period of time.
Correct.
If you give us more time, we will give you
absolutely
something like a BAQ,
absolutely.
best quality, something
absolutely,
like that.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. We'll implement that. When you create content, okay, and someone comes and comments some shitty comment, how do you tackle that?
Okay, now I'm going to be myself.
That is what you want.
No, I worked in corporate for 15 years. I've had this for 15 years coming from my boss every day. It's okay.
Okay.
It's BAU for me.
What is that?
Business as usual.
Okay.
So on a serious note, when you're in a corporate setup, it's a sad thing in India, this culture, is that you are so restricted in your thought process that you can't think beyond a point, and then you are being told what is to be done, and then analyzed and rated on a scale of 1 to 5 on that it really demotivates you sometime. So there have been situations where I have faced this, like इतना करने के बाद भी यार यही आंसर मिला, यही मतलब रिजल्ट मिला, तो and also feedback, so-called feedback what they give. So yes, self-doubt does come when you're in an absolutely in an Indian corporate scenario. So bad comments I don't care.
It's like you built a wall, like chalega.
I'm okay.
Okay. Do you go and respond, this is now it is, or did they go into argument, or do you just don't reply?
I used to reply earlier. I used to say thank you for commenting.
Oh, even for a bad comment?
Yeah, I used to.
Okay.
Now I just delete them.
Okay. Eradicating the problem altogether.
Kill the problem.
Okay. Instead of trying to solve it.
There is no point.
Okay. So people who want to argue will argue.
Yeah, they will.
Okay. So that's out of your corporate experience or your social media
they are
experience?
also doing it for some amount of attention they want, right?
Okay.
You have to also understand that Jio is free now. I mean, its data is free. They also want to write something. Nobody is listening to them. They write something. Okay. Either you say give them attention, you delete them. So I have nothing against. It's okay. It's
I'm used to it.
corporate makes you tough.
Okay. I have no experience.
That's okay. 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
2 days experience.
Some other day we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah. 2 days of corporate experience. They should make a movie out of it. Those 2 days.
Crazy. What does success looks for you? What, according to you, what is success?
So 10 years back, if you would have asked me the definition of success, it would have been uh, having a big house, having the best car, not having to think while buying the stuff. But today, I think it's more from a perspective of people appreciating the work, being happy, like happy in the sense after a hard working day, sitting down with my wife, having a good meal, chilling, and also discussing work. It's okay, matlab her work or my work or whatever. So that's something. So right now, I am not thinking about success, failure, anything. I'm just working.
Is it because you just genuinely love your work?
Yeah, I do. I really love my work.
So, at the end of the day, success boils down to just having a really good time with people you really like.
So we have. I mean, I have to say this, that it's not always roses when we are working together. Like Varun and I, we fight. But that's a process. It's not personal, no. So but we both love our work, so it's like ye karna hai. I have a more practical approach because I have to manage the brand side also. So I have to maintain that balance.
Yeah. So it's like it's not you versus the other person; it's you and the other person versus the problem.
Correct.
Right? That's kind of relationship
Always.
advice that
Always.
Interesting.
Very
No,
nice.
I've read it somewhere.
Very nice, bro.
Yeah, just
You are
learning
ready
from
for
you.
marriage.
No, not that way. Cool. So we do have some rapid fire questions.
Yes.
But before that, I wanna touch base. You mentioned about your childhood.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And the threshold, the point came in where you left your job and went all in into content creation business, especially from a South Indian family point of view, that doesn't exist. Right?
Absolutely.
Like starting your own business, especially in a content in YouTube, like we don't understand that. Like, what is that? Right? So how did your parents take that when you said you were going all in? Of course, your wife had a very big role in that. But how did your parents take that? Because since the beginning, just like you mentioned, when it's your childhood, they were your backbone, they were your support system.
Absolutely.
So how did that transition happen? And how was the situation right now? Like right now they're chill or they're still, how was that?
No. Right now, though, they have started understanding what I do, because they have also started consuming content that way. They earlier it was just television. Now, slowly, steadily, in the last few years, my mom has started using Zoom. She started using YouTube more often. It was not there earlier, and it has taken time for them to understand what I do. They still worry sometimes that everything should be okay. You should work properly. But I think there is some amount of some sense of comfort
Friction? Oh, good.
that has come. That again, my wife has given to them, is because I may say something, but coming from her that things are okay makes a lot of difference.
Gives a different level of confidence.
Yeah.
That yes, they are doing good.
Correct.
That way. Interesting. Cool. Let's get into rapid fire questions.
Let's
now.
do it.
Perfect.
I hope I am rapid and I have some fire.
Okay. Hard work or smart work?
Smart work.
What would you name your autobiography?
The Survivor.
Strategy or execution? Pick one forever.
Execution.
Execution forever. Okay. One thing that you think is overhyped in your space, in your tech, content creation space, completely overhyped.
A lot of things. Can we come back to this later?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you ever, I don't do it and that's why I'm asking you, do you ever rewatch your own content?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay. So
just to learn and undo stuff, like not
okay.
repeat any mistakes.
Mhm.
Probably from a look perspective, from a perspective of looking in the camera, some angles here and there, and from a perspective of improving.
Okay.
Only, yeah. So I watch it very, I'm very harsh on myself.
Okay. That helps you make better content.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Your most controversial opinion.
My most controversial opinion on what?
Anything? Let's say content or life. Anything.
Uh, Tech review videos are, I don't know. Tech reviewers are overrated, I feel.
Okay. So that also comes up in the it answers the same question of most overhyped in the content
Yeah,
creation space.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now we are saying that even being a tech reviewer, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Interesting. One thing you will never compromise on.
Quality,
Okay. In everything.
everything.
Okay. A book or a movie that changed your mindset or that changed your life completely.
So I really love Laksh by Farhan Akhtar, starring Hrithik Roshan. I think it came at a time where I also didn't know much that what I want to do, and not focused. I was just whiling away my time. I think that movie really gave me a perspective about, yeah, you need to have a career, not any career, like not this one, but some, like you have to be responsible about things. So Laksh,
Okay.
watch it. It's a wonderful movie.
Okay. The one thing your business school never taught you, but you should have learned earlier.
Working with people,
Okay. Very, very important.
they don't teach you that.
But they should,
They should.
right? What about people management? Not much. So people management from a, but they teach it from a corporate point of view.
They, so HR, human resources is there, but again, the word itself says it's human resource.
Okay.
I don't consider people to be resources only. They are people. They are in flesh and blood. They have emotions. They have bad days, good days. They have their own mind. They have their own skills, and you have to trust them or with their skills. Like you are working with them because you appreciate their skills, right? So this word human resources itself very controversial according to me.
Okay.
Maybe that's the controversy.
Most controversial
Yeah, yeah.
opinion. DD hates HR. Change the word.
I don't hate HR. Yeah, I think even HR is overrated.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. So
Um,
one last question. A thing about success that is completely overhyped, it shouldn't be there.
I think, okay, so this is again a controversial answer I'm giving. So today's social media scene is such that you are analyzed and you are judged on the number of likes that you get, number of views that you get, and number of people who watch your videos or probably comment on your video. That has nothing to do with the quality that you give, and that's my biggest problem uh, in today's tech space also, that uh, people generally judge uh, the quality of the content creator, quality of him as a tech guy or a creator, and as a quality of the output that they are giving. So that these things are not directly proportional to likes or comments or views. That's the sad part, I feel.
Okay. But don't you feel if you are an amazing video editor and you made great quality, still that is a very high chance you will not get the amount of likes it deserves?
It's pure luck.
Oh, really? Okay, okay. Interesting.
And I'll come back to that also, because again, just from your previous episode, is hard work or luck is what you asked,
Yeah.
Rajesh ji, and I really feel that uh, luck plays a more important role than hard work. I think hard work everybody is doing. Everybody is doing hard work. In this content creation space, everybody wants to make the best video. Everybody wants to have the best output for their video. Everybody wants to have the best audio, best lighting, etc. Everything. but it's only luck, and luck is basically your talent meeting your opportunity. That's it.
Interesting. So yeah, a wonderful conversation. Thank you so much for joining in. So that is a second episode of Let's Build with TD, a very good friend and a brother to me. We'll be having more such conversations with more amazing people in the next episodes. Do subscribe for the YouTube channel for more such updates and more such episodes. TD, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you so much. It's been a great pleasure. Thank
Now,
you.
let's have some coffee.
Definitely. So thank you so much, guys. See you soon.